Here's the truth. When I first heard and tried to play this pattern, I think I broke my brain. But in a good way. Okay, maybe my brain didn't break, but more like my brain redefined how it could hear rhythms, groupings, and orchestrations in a new way, and I want to help you do that too. So let's break our collective drum brains together. Let's get started right now. Now, here's the key thing. You're probably coming from my other videos, and if you're not, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss those. We're talking about 5-note groupings in 4/4. Let's ignore the time signature for a second and talk about the sticking, the pattern, the 5-note grouping that we want to explore here. It's right, left, flam, right, left. Now, by the end of this video, that's going to get crazy. We're going to ignore orchestration for now. I'm going to keep it on the snare drum, but we're going to place that over top of quarter notes. We're going to place it as triplets and then 16th notes. Here's the triplets. The triplets are kind of trippy. And by the way, don't think about the time signature. As you can see, it's written out in 5/4, but you can actually map this out, and I recommend you do so. Ignore the notation, write it out yourself, and just grid it out where you have the quarter notes, and you can count those on every grid, and then you can plug in right, left, flam, right, left over and over again and see how many cycles it takes to repeat. Spoiler alert, it's 5. Here it is, nice and slow, so you can see where all the sticking cycles land against the quarter note. Pretty tricky right here, but here's what we're going to do. Let's practice the same 5-note sticking, this time in 16th notes. Now, if you watched the samba and 5-note accent idea, it's very similar, but we're just flipping that sticking to be a little bit trickier with the flams and the double rights, all that good stuff. Next step, we're going to orchestrate it. Watch this. See that sweep? Whoa, okay. So the sweep's very important to practice on its own. We're sweeping the right hand for the double right, so it's ride, tom, snare, ride, tom, snare. The left hand's moving between the snare drum first, and then the rack tom. What are we doing next? We're playing that as triplets, quarter notes with the feet. So far, so good. That would have been triplets, but guess what? We got to do 16ths next, and we're still not even done. Final form of this whole conundrum is that we're going to be flipping between triplets and 16th notes. Always the same 5-note sticking, always quarter notes with the feet, always that orchestration, but getting the 5-note sticking that cycles around the quarter notes to be clean while you're also switching subdivisions is pretty crazy, very challenging. It's like spinach for your brain. hope I did that justice because it's kind of tripping my brain up still. That means I am not doing it slow enough, not practicing it for long enough, clean enough before doing it at that speed. That's a really important lesson. I shouldn't be practicing it at that tempo if it's a little sloppy. But if you want to really clean up your playing and not only be able to play this stuff solidly, but also be able to pull out the speed you need for all sorts of different music, then watch this video next where we're going to talk about